Today I'll show you how to build and animate your own cutout character based on this dog of Foo from the National Museum of Ireland's collection at Collins Barracks. You'll need card, blue tack, glue, cotton wool and whatever other glamorous materials you'd like to add. When designing your character, try to break it down into simple shapes that can overlap. Try to think about how the character will fit together. Here I want the ears and lower jaw to be able to move, so I've drawn in how they will fit together. Once the character is designed, scribble on the back of the page and then transfer the segments bit by bit onto the card by drawing over them. So, when you have your character built, you can stick them together just using bits of blue tack. Kind of apply those there where you want to be able to move things. Make sure in this case that the mouth can be moved up and down. And I have half eyelid, an eyelid here that I can stick on for a blink, and anything that you don't want to move, stick it down with some blue tack. Here also we have some substitution flames, so we'll just swap these out when we're animating. For smoke we have some cotton wool, and you can get some really nice effects, really nice smoke effects from cotton wool. Even as it's disappearing, you just kind of try and rip it up smaller and smaller. You can always make a character in a slightly simpler style. It doesn't have to be as detailed as the one I've made. When I'm animating, I'm going to substitute these wing shapes to make it look like he's flying. Download a stop motion app onto your phone. There are a few of these available. I've opted for clay frames. Set up a space to shoot your animation, lighted with lamps in a dark room so that the light isn't constantly changing. Here I've set the character and background on the floor. I've placed the phone on this sturdy piece of cardboard and cut a hole into it for the camera to look through, in order to get some clearance from the table. Stick your phone down with some tape or blue tack. In clay frames you have a choice of different resolutions at which to take your photos. I'm going to choose the high resolution option. Then give the scene a name. Press the photo button to begin taking pictures. There is an overlay transparency option that can be very helpful because it shows you both the last image you took with the current feed overlaid on top of it. This can be useful when trying to work out how much to move your character. Press on the screen to take a picture. Try to err on the side of making small changes to the poses. The bigger the spaces between the poses, the faster it will move. If the image overlay is bothering you, you can always switch it off. When you're finished your animation, you can edit it if you like. If there were any frames that you want to delete, you can delete them here. Any pictures that were taken by mistake. When you're happy with the footage, you can export it. Select your frame rate. I've chosen 12 frames per second here. Generally, animation plays at 24 frames per second. If I had taken 2 pictures for every pose instead of 1, I would have exported at 24 frames per second, but I didn't, so 12 frames per second will work just as well. I shot this at a high resolution, so I'm going to export it as a 1920 by 1080 MP4. If you shot at a lower resolution, you'd probably be better off selecting one of the lower resolution export options. Here are my finished animations. Have a look at them here in slow motion too, to see how I've spaced out the movements.